To celebrate hitting a milestone for this channel, 3K, and now is not the time to unsubscribe, I couldn't have done it without you guys watching, liking and subscribing. Keep doing that. As a way of a thank you, I'm going to build 4 tiny grot tanks. Each one will be different, but 3 of them will be going to 3 lucky subscribers, or unlucky, however you want to look at it, as a way of saying thank you. Details on how you can enter this giveaway later in the video. For now, we best start scratching that build. So all 4 are out of the box, and I'm scratch building out of the box on my first build, as I'm going to use false nails. No, it's not a coming out party. I just found these rattling around the bottom of the other half's cupboard the other day and thought, I wonder. So let's stop wondering and let's try, shall we? Or I, since I'm the one making this grot tank. First things first though, dismantling these toys. So it's a metal base with a plastic top. Interesting. Here's how all 4 look with everything taken apart. Let's get these screws into something safe because I have a tendency to lose them. I'll give each tank a little sand down just to token gesture really, because the glue that I'll be using is strong enough to keep anything onto these things. Watch saying that, everything will fall off now. So, as I said, one will be with the false nails and the other's covered in styrene or plasticard, which is the same thing, kind of. If it isn't, let me know in the comments, as I've been lied to by the bloke in the shop. Let's set the mood, shall we? Actually, the candle or tea light is there to soften the nails into a more panel-like shape. Someone have the fire department on speed dial, please. So, throwing health and safety kicking and screaming out the door, but with windows open, I placed the nail over the candle for a few seconds just to get it soft, which isn't something you want to repeat in a bar on a first date. I know I could have used tweezers for this bit, but like Austin Powers, I too like to live dangerously. Once that's done, the chunky yucky bits are trimmed to make a panel and get glued on the tank with super glue. Ah, who didn't think that would work? Me. So I keep applying these panels onto the tank until you get something like this, which looks like an uneven mess. Now for this next bit, I did cut down some styrene and stuck it to the top of the tank. I try to look professional while I put the hole back through the tank, pretending all the time that I know what I'm doing. Then more bits of styrene is added to the tank to make it look grotty. And let's not forget rivets. I'm using half shell nail art beads. Again, do not tell the other half. Once all that is done, it's time to reassemble the tank. And hopefully after all the painting and whatnots, those turrets will still be able to move. I decided to upgrade the cannon on the tank with some bits from Cynical Manx care package, and I think that looks quite cool actually, just the way that, oh bugger. Move on. So that's the first one with the false nails done. Now I won't make you sit through each tank build, I'm not that much of a sadist. And if I hadn't have told you, how many of you would have known that these panels came from false nails? This is the clean one, the others will be getting battle damage. So I'm just deciding to add a little bit more greeblies onto this tank before I start the others. That's the second tank with styrene added. Each tank will not have the same pew pew guns. And look, it still moves round. That is until I apply that much primer and paint to this machine, it'll just be stuck forever. Okay, the paper's down, so it's time to get serious with the paint. Now, I came across this paper because I was using mats, going through mats like nobody's business. So I decided to use paper instead. You know, getting back to my kind of like regressing into my 3-year-old self, which isn't that difficult. And there's no reason for you to put anything in the comments about my 3-year-old self. So anyway, look, the tanks are on sturdy plinths, so let's get painting. So after the primer, each one is going to get a lot of metallic paint splashed all over them. In hindsight, I should have dry brushed it on, but no, I just went straight in with a brush full of paint. And obviously that took some time to dry, but I used Jeff, the hairdryer. Unfortunately, Jeff, due to contract reasons, cannot be shown in this video. I actually loaned him out to Brad Pitt. And while I do that painting, I'll explain a couple of the rules. Number 1, you must be a subscriber. And number 2, like and comment using the code word. No code word, no entry. And number 3, names will be pulled out of a hat and shared in the next video. And number 4, there is no monetary value, you just win a tank and not a night out with me. Number 5, bloody hell, there's a lot of rules. Number 6, if you are the lucky winner, email me and I will post out your tank after extracting your bank details and where you live. Now, the bank details bit was a joke, by the way. And that's it. All pretty simple. I will post a tank I choose with a blindfold on. The tanks I'm painting will be the ones you get and not some dodgy Temu parcel. Now, let's get back to the painting. Okay, so obviously the first one has to be red, and I'll just go around all the little panels, trying to not hit the edges, just to try and keep the silver showing in the edges. I'll do this for each colour. Blue next for the next tank, which is going to be blue because I've just said that. I decided that I'm going to paint this one yellow because I've never done a yellow tank before. And I think you can see better on this one what I'm trying to do, trying to keep the edges silver, just so it gives it that sort of rough sort of panel sort of painted effect. And that's how the yellow one turned out. And then for the last one, it's going to be green. There we go, that's what the green one looks like. Then I went over all the spiky bits with an off-white grey. That doesn't make sense. Corax white from Warhammer Citadel Paints, I think. I thought I'd show you that I painted each one so you knew it was me that painted them and not some little child in a factory that's employed by Temu. And bang goes my sponsorship with Temu. Now I'm the first one to hold my hand up and say I'm not the best at doing this, but here goes, painting white down first. And once that paint's dry, I use an acrylic ink pen to draw in some, well, I'm trying to draw in some lines. Mental note to self, make sure you shake the pen plenty of times before you try and attempt to paint anything. Here goes the black checkers. And I edited that bit out because it took ages to do, but there we go, there's your checkers. And there's your checkers on that one. Once everything else had dried, then I just went over it with a little bit of a black wash just to dull some of the colours down. And I suppose I best throw out a code word. So use this code word if you want to enter to try and win one of these tanks, and the code word is Grotty Panks. Remember, no code word in the comments, no compliance, no non-gratis, no nothing, nada. You get nothing. Well, alright, you might get a reply to your comment. It was probably at this stage that I was considering life choices on why I even thought of trying to do this, but I'm just putting one of one, my TBA, and also the date, which is 2025, on the bottom of each of the tanks. Look, there's proof, just to show you that it's me that's done these. I was still thinking that the wheels looked still a little bit too bright, so I just toned them down with another sort of secret wash mix that I've made myself, and then dabbed it off. So that's it. Glamour shots are next. Remember, you've got to be in it to win it, or to win one of these tanks. And until next time, hey look, keep scratching that build everybody. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please like, subscribe and comment. As I keep telling you, these things help the YouTube algorithm, whatever it is. So yeah, look, thanks for getting me to 3K. I appreciate all your support. Blown me away. And look, glamour shots are next. I'm going to sign off now before I get teary-eyed and start crying.